Live from San Rafael de Alajuela, Costa Rica, it's Antigua and Barbuda taking on the British Virgin Islands in Concacaf Under-20 qualifiers. Antigua and Barbuda taking on the British Virgin Islands in a Group C encounter. Match number 2 for both of these sides in this group phase. 1 point to this point for the British Virgin Islands, all 3 for Antigua and Barbuda after their opening round victory against St. Lucia. They'd open the scoring with a really well-worked move through the middle. Greg Williams sprung in behind, and his delicate chip made it a 1-0 lead early on in the match in the 16th minute. The first half goal for them would put them in a very commanding spot. A great celebration for Williams off the heels of his goal. It was the first shot of the match for Antigua and Barbuda to that point. They were able to generate that first opportunity and very clinical in front of goal. The British Virgin Islands, meanwhile, had a solid first 45 minutes, generating some chances from open play and a few set pieces. This one would break kindly for Javon Jarvis, and his shot from the edge of the 18 was really well blocked. Had to be. It was on target and dangerous towards goal. The pass up to behind in here for Vaughn Jackson was well snuffed out by Toby Whiteside. The goalkeeper able to get across and get on top of it to avoid another situation where he gets chipped on a one-on-one situation. The set piece that followed, there were opportunities for both teams to try and create things on a windy day in San Rafael de Alajuela, Costa Rica. It was 1-0 after 45 minutes, and the British Virgin Islands would fall to another goal here. A ball whipped into the box by Keontae George, and Toby Whiteside just does not get proper hold of it and spills it into his own goal for an own goal, and it makes it a 2-0 match. That goal coming in the 50th minute. It was a really tough one to concede for the British Virgin Islands, knowing they were down just a goal at that point. That won a second for Antigua and Barbuda, and it was something to really hold on to and try and just continue their control in the match. Long searching pass across the field. There were some things to do defensively, but really not a ton of gilt edge opportunities, maybe with the exception of this one. A solid shot from point blank range, and on the half volley, one missing just off frame. In this instance, just on the turn and the strike. A few of them throughout the contest. 9 total shots for Antigua and Barbuda, just 3 for the British Virgin Islands. This was one of those instances where they had an opportunity in the attacking third. No shot registered there on a ball that was just played dangerously across frame. A free kick later on in the match going just over the bar from Javon Jarvis, who on another day may have had a goal himself, had some dangerous moments, but it would finish a 2-0 win for Antigua and Barbuda over the British Virgin Islands. Group C continues in Concacaf men's under-20 qualifiers. Dominica take on the Dominican Republic. Our 90 minutes in the books between Dominica and the Dominican Republic. A match that the Dominican Republic controlled really throughout the full 90 minutes. There was a bit of a poor turnover up top that led to the first goal for the Dominican Republic. A great move, Ortiz to Joel LeBron, who squared one centrally, and it was knocked home by Nicolas Bobea to make it an early 1-0 lead 14 minutes in. There would be half chances, some of them from set pieces for Dominica. This one a header that trickles just wide of goal. Nicholas Harvey was relatively involved for Dominica. He had the service into the box off of that one. The pair of headers almost combining to find an equalizer. There was just a really close moment as well for the Dominican Republic. Goes between the legs of Jerison James, but only hits the post. Would not be a day for a goal for Joel LeBron, who had an assist on the initial goal for the Dominican Republic. Couldn't get his own goal himself after Ortiz left that one. It was eventually hooked away from danger. That was one of the better first half opportunities in a half that ended 1-0 in favor of the Dominican Republic over Dominica. We wonder what tweaks would be made at halftime. A few subs made by the Dominican Republic, who only held that 1-goal margin. Perhaps would have wanted to see something a bit more convincing here in this opening match for them in Group C. They had 3 points on their mind. Dominica trying to add to their 1 point they had to this point. There were opportunities in transition. Wilkins Geraldo did a very good job at snuffing them out whenever they did get close towards his own goal. This one a low shot that would have gone just wide of frame, but a save from the goalkeeper getting down to his right-hand side quickly. Dominican Republic in search of another goal. They had just the one, and the longer it went on like that with just that 1-goal margin, the more there was opportunity for things to get in the way of their journey for 3 points. Low delivery in here almost results in a solid opportunity, but again, that was the real theme of the match for the Dominican Republic, was half chances from a set piece here, nearly spilled by Jerison James, but does just about enough to keep that one in his palms and deal with that instance there. Ball into the box that finds Luis Lopez, is brought down from behind by Jedian Lockhart. Poor challenge results in a penalty, and a chance for Christian Ortiz to bury a penalty and make it 2-0 for the Dominican Republic in the 75th minute. That penalty really helping confirm their journey towards 3 points, making it 2-0 at that point. Ortiz had so many more chances beyond that. He misses that header wide of frame. Picked up a good spot. It was a great ball into him. He would have loved to at least put that on frame and ask the question. Then a shot from distance very late into the match from Delvi Marte. Took an awkward bounce, an awkward save, and a good finish to clean things up from Christian Ortiz. He missed a chance or two to get his double. He would not end the day without a brace. 2 goals for Christian Ortiz, 3 for the Dominican Republic. Able to knock that one in, make it a 3-0 match in the 92nd minute, which would be how it would finish at full time. Dominica 0, the Dominican Republic 3.